Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one I have got for you the full week 4 challenges guide with the secret stars, both of them, the treasure star and then the secret loading screen star, the locations of the flaming hoops for ATKs, secret chests for the chest challenge, and more. That is right guys, we have tips, tricks, and secrets for every single challenge this week so that you guys can get in, get the challenges done, and get back to playing for fun, get those skins unlocked early, and show them off. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed today's video or find it helpful, be sure to hit that like button down below. It encourages me to make more of these every single week, a day before the challenges are even up. And along with that, comment down below what tier you guys are at right now. Currently I'm at tier 57, which isn't too bad. I mean, over halfway, so I'm happy with it. But I'd love to see where you guys are at and get a general idea as well. But yeah guys, let's jump on into it with the challenges we're going to be going through, because as you know, we get the challenges leaked. We do these guides on Wednesday a day early. And big thanks to FNBR Leaks on Twitter and also to PohiFL as well for helping out with this. But as you can see, we have got search 7 chests in Flush Factory, got some secret ones to show you there, build structures at 250, then jump through flaming hoops with a shopping cart or ATK, definitely have to show you those, then eliminate opponents in dusty divots, search between a gas station, soccer pitch, and stunt mountain, got the location of that, and finally pistol eliminations and deal damage with snipers to opponents, and also can't forget the secret loading screen star for road trip. But yeah guys, got a ton of these to go through, so let's jump into it with the first one here I want to talk about, and that is actually the build structures challenge, which is definitely pretty unique. But honestly guys, you can get this done in one game if you do it this way. So yeah, first of all, 250 I think it said like building materials or whatever, but basically what I think that means is you have to place like 250 walls, ramps, pyramids, that type of thing. So 250 of those is basically like 2.5 full stacks of materials. So that is how much you're going to need to use to get this challenge done. Now first of all, I'd maybe recommend doing the other challenges first, because if you get into a fight, you get into a build fight, you know, go in for the elimination challenges, you're probably going to use some materials anyways, so it would make sense to save this one until the end and then just rush it at the end in one game. But still, if you want to get it done right away, simply drop into 50v50, because that is the mode that has buffed materials, so you'll be able to mine things faster. And then I would also recommend maybe go into like Wailing Woods or something like that, where there's a ton of materials, not many people are going to be there. You can just farm your materials, put them down, and you'll have the challenge done just like that. But after that then guys, we have the search chests in Flush Factory, which is super interesting. Haven't dropped here in a while, so this is a fun way to switch it up. But where are the secret chests? Where are the best ones to go after? First of all, as for the game modes, I would actually recommend doing fly explosives to switch it up a little bit. You can still do 50v50, that's a safe way to do it, but I feel like fly explosives is going to be more low-key. Not a ton of people are going to go there, I think. Now along with that then, Flush Factory is going to be tough, alright? It's probably going to be like Risky Reels from last season. I believe there's less than 10 chests. I want to say there's maybe 8 chests, which is going to make it very tough, but I got you guys on the secret ones. So where exactly are the secret ones? Where are the best ones? Well, first of all, I would actually probably avoid the big building and like the ones on the side of it, just because that is where everybody else is going to be going, alright? So avoid that and just go for the secret chest. And actually, this first chest is in this big building, but like generally most people are going to be going inside the big building and trying to find the chest that way. But yeah, so if you break through the roof of this corner portion, there's a chest hidden up here that I honestly never even knew was here. So with that being said, I don't think a ton of other people will know it, so that is a great one to go after. However, it's probably not quite as good as this one off in the back corner inside of this shipping container. This one nobody is going to go for. Only me and you guys, we're the ones who know about this one. So that one as well, if it spawns there, that is super safe to go for. On top of that, you could also probably get this one in this truck right here. I don't expect a ton of people to notice this one right out in the open, and since it's out in the open, if you drop first, you can get it right away. But after that then, there are some other chests that are still worth it, like the one on top of the toilet. If you see that one, get to it quick. There's also this one down in this weird area. I get this one all the time. Nobody seems to go for this one as well, especially actually if you start at this one and then run to the one that's in the container. But after that then, if you still want to check inside the buildings, there's one up here next to the conveyor belt in the smaller building on the right. Then if you go through, there's one on top of like the weird toilet testing area. That one's going to be pretty common. And then you also have one in the building on the left towards the top floor. But yeah guys, I'm pretty sure that is it for these chests. So as always, remember, do not click leave the match from the start menu. You either want to get eliminated or win the game, obviously, and that will make the challenges count. Just don't click leave the match from the menu. But after that then, the next challenge I want to go over is the deal damage with sniper rifles, because this one can be tough since the sniper rifle is one of the higher skilled weapons. So if you're new to the game, still got some tips to make this super easy, even if you can't hit the side of a barn or dusty divot. But first of all, if you are a good player, you know, just play normally. I mean, this is how I get these elimination challenges done. I just play for fun. fun because I always end up getting them. I use the sniper rifle a ton. But if you do want to rush it, the way that I would recommend actually doing it is to go into 50v50. You might know where I'm going with this, but in 50v50, there's a special trick you can do. And basically what that is to first get looted up, get your normal guns like an AR and a shotgun, and then make sure you have a sniper rifle. After that, you want to sort of sneak over to the other side of the map and try and find people like rotating to the circle that are on their own. You're going to be able to surprise them since they don't expect people to be on their side, so you should be able to knock them down pretty easily. Now the keyword there is that you knocked them down. Once you run up to them, you want to finish them off with your sniper rifle because that damage will count towards the challenge. So that's like 120 like plus depending on which sniper rifle you use. You just have to do that 3 or 4 times and you'll be done in no time. But moving on again here to one of the most important ones, and honestly one of the funnest ones to find, the secret treasure star for this week. Not the road trip star, that'll come up later, the battle pass star. And before we get into it guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I post these guides every single week, a day before the challenges even go up. So if you want to be fully prepared, know how to get them done right away, that is the best way to know about them, especially if you have notifications turned on. But yeah guys, getting back into the video, the clue for this week's treasure star is to search between a gas station, soccer pitch, and stunt mountain. Which honestly guys, that is a pretty easy clue for this week because the first of which that sticks out the most is the stunt mountain. Obviously we know that is on the left side of the map near Tilted Towers, a little bit more west of that, and also pretty close to a soccer stadium, which I don't actually think is the soccer pitch, and I'll explain that in just a second here. But yeah, of course stunt mountain is right here. So then if we go to the next thing, which is this gas station over here, this is for sure the gas station because it is like the right distance away from stunt mountain to make sense. Now where's our third clue then? The soccer pitch. Well, I believe it is the soccer pitch in Pleasant Park, not the one that's near Tilted. That one just doesn't make sense considering where the gas station is. So with these 3 in mind, if we go upwards, you can see that they kind of converge on this big patch of dead grass in between them. Now again, since I am doing these early, I don't know the exact location, but I would say probably somewhere in this big dead area of grass. You can make your own guesses of where's like the best place to start out with, but again, this is where all of them converge, so it should probably be like right in front of these piles of rocks. But of course, you may need to check the pinned comment down below in case anything changes. Now after that then, let's talk about the Dusty Divot challenge. This one is pretty interesting because you guys know Dusty Divot has changed a ton. This is going to make for some very interesting fights, especially in solo where it's going to get super busy. And personally, I would recommend doing solo just because that's kind of the thing. Everybody goes to solo. You don't have to knock anybody. They instantly get eliminated. And also you have plenty of people there to pick off. So first of all, the main thing I can recommend is not going to the very center. Generally, people do go to the very center, but then you're going to be fighting for weapons, and if you don't have any, it's going to be tough for you. So instead, I would recommend either going to the, you know, dusty warehouses, but actually even better than that would probably be this house over here. Not only because you can get a ton of loot in there, but also because there's just a ton of pallets right here. You can get so much materials from that, so you can just be stacked up, run in, and eliminate people that are still trying to find stuff. So I would definitely recommend that way of doing it, and just do it a couple of times. You should be able to finish it fairly easily. And sort of similar to that, you also have the pistol eliminations challenge, which isn't like that crazy, but still, if you have a tough time, here are a couple of quick tips, with the first of which being try to get it done during the Dusty Divot eliminations challenge. If you can find a pistol and use that to eliminate people that are still trying to look for stuff on their own, there you go. You're knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. With every elimination you get with one of those, it counts towards that challenge as well. Now on top of that, I could also recommend 50v50 and just forcing yourself to use it. You can always do the trick where you knock somebody down and then finish them off to get the elimination that way, but I don't really think you need to do that. You can use a pistol. They're pretty good, and it might even be good practice, so might as well try that out. This honestly is probably one of the easiest ones. Now after that, however, we have the Flaming Hoops challenge where you're supposed to drive like an ATK or a shopping cart through them. Now this one, definitely check the pinned comment down below for any changes or updates, because I'm pretty sure I know how it works and like where all the hoops are. Just check down there in case anything changes. But yeah, it's like a 95% chance that this challenge is basically you driving the ATK or shopping carts off of different jumps through flaming hoops that show up. So for example, these first 2 that I was able to find, and also credit to these people for finding a couple of the other ones. So as you can see here, if we go into the Lazy Links area of the map, grab an ATK, and then drive over towards Loot Lake, you can find this jump right here that suddenly showed up. And I believe there's probably going to be like a flaming hoop you have to jump through. So yeah, I believe you're pretty much just going to have to jump through it just like this, except there'll be a flaming hoop there and you'll get it done like that. So yeah, let's keep moving on here to the locations where I think these will be. If they're not there, just keep moving on to the next ones or check the pinned comment. But after that one, you can actually go straight over to the umbrella, and there's another jump right there that should have have a hoop that you can go through. After that then, since it does say shopping carts, the stunt mountain probably has a few of them that you could get done back to back to back. There should be probably like 3 or 4 here. As you can see, you have the multiple jumps. There's probably going to be a few flaming hoops that you can go through right there. Now, as for the other ones, they are pretty much in Paradise Palms or near it. But if you go into Paradise Palms and grab an ATK, the first of which is towards the edge of the map, if you go directly to the west, you can find a ramp that goes straight off the edge of the map into this rift. So I mean, that's got to be one where a flaming hoop shows up. It just makes sense. And then finally after that, there's another one towards the bridge. There's another one right down here that's pretty safe, and I believe it should show up there. But yeah, guys, there's probably more jumps. I tried looking around and wasn't able to find any, but that should be plenty to get you done with the challenge. Now after that, guys, the final thing I want to talk about is the secret star for this week for the road trip. So we already found the loading screen, as you can see right here. It's pretty beautiful, but the main thing that you want to take from this loading screen is this graffiti in the back that shows the camel with a battle pass star near it. Well, as always, once you complete your weekly challenges, your week 4 challenges to be precise, but for sure once you do all of that, a star should show up at this part of the map at the camel that you can find right here, probably like on top of its head or something like that. I mean, that's obviously what the graffiti is referencing. So again, go right there and you can get another free tier just like that. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to subscribe for more of these guides every single week. Along with that, you can check out the previous week's guide on the left, as well as another fun video on the right I'm sure you guys will enjoy. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.